What up? What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. Week one NFL is here. We got a huge game tonight as well, man. I'm here with the NFL expert, man. My guy, 5 Star in Vegas, man. We're gonna be doing this every single week for you guys, man. Try to get some football money, some NFL, some college football money. This is what my guy do. You see what I'm saying? He's been doing this for multiple years, man. So we finna try to get this cash, this NFL season and college football season. My guy, what's up with you, my brother? Everything cool with you?
Good morning to my dog Jay Money. What it do, baby? Hey, my time is here. You know, you got a couple more months to wait. You got to wait till around Halloween, and then I'm gonna
That's
be
a
all
fact.
in your phone texting you. Dig like, hey, shoot me to play. Where the scam at tonight on the NBA? Right now, it's my scam season, man. NFL is here, man. We got a big game tonight by two of the most popular coaches, two of the most popular
Mm-hmm.
teams, two of the most popular players in the entire NFL. Looking forward to it. I got a couple friends in town tonight, man. So it's going down.
I'm already knowing. Yeah, it's going down everywhere, man. People couldn't wait for this for the NFL to get back. I know I couldn't. I'm not even a huge football fan, but I just couldn't wait just to watch some games, man. Obviously, I'm not a huge football bettor to be perfectly honest with you, but I will watch it. Obviously, there's no basketball right now, so I love sports. I definitely got to watch some NFL. Can't wait to watch this game tonight as well, man. AFC Championship rematch as well. Let's go and talk about it, man. We're not here to waste some people's time. You feel me? First game, let's go over to the streets of Kansas City in this one. The Fields in Kansas City. Chiefs laying 3 points here at the house. I mean, shit, if you like the Chiefs, you can get 2.5. So obviously, always if you're trying to be a smart bettor, you always want to shop around. If you land the points with the Chiefs, you can get 2.5. If you want to take the 3 with the Ravens, you can find a few threes out there as well, my brother. Total sitting at 47, 5 star. I put a little something on the under in this one, man. Just rocking with my guy, the odds maker, work with Action Network. He liking the under in this, so I sprinkle a little few bucks on it, man. But obviously, it's nowhere near as much as I usually play in for NBA season. You see what I'm saying? So liking the under in this one. Obviously, I am a sucker for revenge games, but it's really hard to go against Mahomes, especially first game of the season. They just won the Super Bowl as well. 5 star. What you liking in this game, my brother?
Man, I don't bet against Mahomes. If I'm not going to, and what I do is if I like the other side, I'm going to just chill and watch it. Mahomes has
Thanks.
won me way too much money over the years. You're probably on the right side with the under. I think the under is 4-1 in September in the last 5 September games for the Chiefs. So that's probably a good look on that because what people underestimate about the Chiefs is their defense, man. They
Mm-hmm.
never think about how good this team plays defense. We got a lot of things going on in this game. First of all, we got motivating factors. All right, we're gonna break down the importance of the three-peat. See, this is a chance for Mahomes to do something Brady has never done. Mahomes is a football historian. He's a sports historian in general, man. He wants to be known amongst the legends who are known in the modern time for three-peat. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. Mahomes is trying to put himself up in that group. That's the one advantage. That's the one thing he can get on Brady because he might not make it to 7, but if he get that three-peat on him, guess what? Now we got a question about who's the go-to quarterback. All right, then we got last season, the Chiefs lost to the Lions. The Chiefs don't lose the beginning of the game. They don't lose beginning of the season, pardon me. Andy Reid is a 30-4 when he's had extra preparation time over his career. That's unbelievable, man. He's 9-2 in season openers with the Chiefs, man. Outside of last year when they lost that game to Detroit because they underestimated them, he hadn't went 0-1 since 2014, man. So the
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs are going to be well prepared for this game. This is an opponent that's going to get their attention, unlike the Lions. The Lions did not get their attention last year. They came in feeling good off their championship. This one they had to earn. It was a tough one, but now they get into rare air where they have an opportunity to be three-peat champions. Also, another motivating factor tonight for the Chiefs. Mahomes is across from Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson and Mahomes are the only active players with 2 MVPs besides Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has
Mm-hmm.
4, but those guys are what's new. So they're the hot topic in the NFL right now. Mahomes wants to continue to show his dominance over Lamar because that's who's pushing him as the number 1 player in the NFL right now. We know that the top 100 they had Tyreek Hill, but everyone knows the top 2 players in the NFL are playing tonight: Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is 4-1 versus Lamar over their career. The Chiefs have really did a great job bottling up Lamar when they played him in the past. He has 5 touchdown passes with 3 interceptions against them in those 5 games. So he's only averaging 1 touchdown pass a game. What's more troubling, he has a 55% completion percentage. That's really low. He
Mm-hmm.
has trouble with them, and he's only averaging 200 yards a game against the Chiefs. Well, you look on the other side, Mahomes, he kills the Ravens, man. 73% completion percentage, 13 touchdowns against 2 interceptions, and he averages 344 yards against the Ravens. And this basically boils down to this. The Ravens are a tough team. They're known for playing ball control. They're known for playing good defense. They cannot hit the switch that it takes to beat Kansas City, in my opinion, especially now with the new toys that Reed has had. Reed has had the whole offseason to play with Xavier Worthy. You know, Xavier Worthy is a field stretcher. How are you going to go one-on-one with him with Rashee Rice on the other side? I believe Rashee Rice is coming into his own this year. I believe he's ready to be a top Pro Bowl level receiver. And then you still have the OG. You got Travis Kelce, who's still the best tight end in the league. And he's going to come to play because look who he's playing across the field from him. The only guy who's probably pushing him, you know, to as the top tight end with Mark Andrews on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I like all the motivating factors for the champs tonight, man. And I think that you get the best version of the champs. And when you get the best version of the champs, we know the champs don't lose. The only way Kansas City loses is when they come in the game like they did against the Lions in some games during last season where they, you know, kind of bored, you know, pretty much. When they come, folks, they're ready to play, you're in trouble. The Ravens have a new defensive coordinator. We talked about him last
Mm-hmm.
time we were on here. Your homie, Zach Orr, he's from around your
Mm-hmm.
way. Best of luck to him. Good job for, you know, moving up in the NFL. But he's going to have a tall task on his hands, Jay Monday, trying to deal with Patrick Mahomes, especially with the cornerbacks that he has. And that's Marlon Humphrey and Brandon Stevens. Both are physical corners. They're not really known for the coverage skills. They're more known for run support and playing zone defense. I just think that Kansas City is going to be able to open up that offense tonight. The game is going to boil down to the Ravens pass defense versus the Chiefs run defense. You still have Steve Spagnuolo, who has shown in the past that he does really well against Lamar Jackson. And you still got Chris Jones, man, in the middle. Chris Jones is happy. He just got paid. He's the leader of that defense, and he shows a lot of pride on that side of the ball. And I think that he's going to shut down Derrick Henry. You got Nick Bolton. You got McDuffie at cornerback. You got Justin Reed. You got Drew Tranquil, who's coming along at linebacker. A lot of unheralded players for Kansas City that are going to shine tonight. I'm all over the Chiefs. I'm taking them every which way but loose, man. I'm going with the Chiefs first half money line. I'm taking the Chiefs -3 plus 105, -2, -120, and Chiefs money line -145. I think the champs get it done tonight.
My guy all over the Chiefs there, man. Official plays for my guy 5-star, liking the Chiefs every which way in this one, man. So I mean, I can't talk you off. Obviously, it's really hard to go up against Mahomes as well. I mean, obviously, when everybody's on the Chiefs, like when all the money's on them, they don't usually cover. But this game, surprisingly, some people on the Ravens in this one, man. But I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just hoping it's a lower scoring game. I feel like if the Ravens have any type of way to stay in this game, they got to try and run the ball, whether it's with Lamar Jackson or Derrick Henry. They got to try to run the ball, try to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field, man. That's got to be their main game plan right there. So whether they win or not, I just hope that clock keep on ticking and we don't get to that 47 points. And obviously in years past as well, them Thursday night football games usually go under as well, man. So we'll see what happens in this one. And hopefully Mahomes don't go too crazy in this one and they don't put up like 30 some points, man. But I'd rather go with the under in this one. I'm not messing with a side. I don't know if you know 5-star, but they call me Revenge Game J, man. So usually in these type of, especially playoff revenge, I don't go against. I don't care who's playing. I stay off them type of games. And if it's either I'm taking the team that's playing revenge, or I stay off the game. But I know that the Ravens probably take not a huge step back, but they probably not as good as they were last year. Don't have as many weapons. Lost some key pieces over there, and then the Chiefs, they just keep reloading over there, man. So you really think they might three-peat though? You think they might win the Super Bowl again this year?
They have the best chance we've seen in a long time since probably maybe those 49ers teams back when we was kids. You know, those Rice and Steve Young and Joe Montana teams, they had an opportunity too. But I really think they do. If you think about the AFC, let's look around. Buffalo took a step back because Stephon Diggs went to Texas. The Texans took a step forward, but we're still dealing with a young team. We know that DeMeco Ryans is a hell of a coach. We know C.J. Stroud is a hell of a player, but they haven't done it yet. It's not real until you've done it. You know what I mean? So who does Kansas City really have to worry about? We know the AFC West is going to continue to run through them. I think Patrick Mahomes in all of his years playing now has only lost one road game in the AFC West. That was last season. I forgot who he lost to last season.
Yeah.
Raiders or somebody, but it was the first time in his whole career. Before
I
that,
think
the
they
Jaguars,
lost versus the Broncos, I think.
he was 20+0,
Yeah.
against the AFC West. And look at the AFC West now, how much pushback he's going to get. We know Harbaugh is a good coach. We don't know how Justin Herbert's injury is going. He got, dinged up in the preseason this year. We don't know how he's going to respond. And then it's just a whole new form. Who's going to be their receiver? They don't even have
Yeah.
receivers really for the Chargers. It's all new people over there. They're hoping that the kid from TCU steps up, but man, they've been killing him on social media since he came there.
Man,
You know what I mean?
can't wait. I can't wait to talk about that game, bro. I can't wait to talk about that game because I actually got a little play on that game.
Let's
I
hear.
don't care. I mean, yeah, obviously I'm not a huge NFL guys. I'll tell you that straight now. My guy T Slick, he say he a big Ravens fan. He say it's him versus the world. He taking Ravens on the money line tonight. He taking them regardless though.
Yeah.
Let's go down some games though real quick. We'll get to that Chargers game. I just want to know this just really for me. I want to know your opinion. Like you could just be like a rapid fire type of thing, but I'm just gonna go down the list of games. I mean, you could talk about it for like a minute if you want, bro. But let's talk about this Friday night game, man, in Brazil over here. Eagles land 2 at the house versus the Packers. I know we were talking earlier, not at the house. They the home team, but they in Brazil. Eagles land 2 versus the Packers. Total sitting at 49. You have any thoughts on this game, my guy?
This one's going to be very interesting. Most of the respected bettors like ourselves, Jay, are staying away from this game until it happens because we don't know how the field's going to be. All of these complaints are coming out about the players couldn't bring any family members. They can't leave the hotel. So, it might make them where they just focused on football. But even if that's the case, it's smoke inside the stadium. And we know it's a soccer stadium. We've seen before in those soccer stadiums when the NFL is played overseas, sometimes those big 300-pound, 6'6" guys get to moving on the line, and next thing you know, you're playing on dirt. So,
facts.
we don't really know how this game's going to go with footing, with the atmosphere around it. But just off the top of the dome, I like the quarterback and head coach combination with the Packers a little bit better than the Eagles. I like the team better. I think first half I'll probably be leaning toward Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love being able to keep it close or having the lead at halftime over Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. So if I had to play, I'd definitely lean first half Green Bay plus 1.5 on that one.
Okay, I couldn't talk you off. Yeah, them boys, the Eagles, I mean, shit, them boys went and got Saquon Barkley. They got a stud receiver over there. We'll see if Hurts can get him the ball, though. I feel like that when you've been with the Eagles, it's all depending on Hurts over there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'd probably lean to the Eagles, but I do know the Packers shift. If they let Jordan Love get hot, because remember, them boys started off the season last year horribly, then finished real nice. Packers was smacking everybody towards the end of the season. So it's all about, and it was the exact opposite for the Eagles. They started off hot, and then just they lost 6 straight games to end the season. So it's a tale of two halves of the season there. So we'll see if the Eagles can bounce back. Let's go over here to the streets of the fields of Miami in this one, bro. Dolphins land 3.5 versus the Jags in this one. Jags supposedly improved this year. What do you think about the Jags or the Dolphins? You think the Dolphins take a little step back? Do you trust Tua as a quarterback?
Tua's good, and the main thing we saw from the offseason was that he has the confidence that he's receiving from Mike McDaniel, his coach. He spoke about how his previous coach didn't believe in him, was dogging him all the time, and he just would tell you how he felt. He's a tough, hard-nosed coach. I don't got nothing wrong with it, but some of these quarterbacks, man, they're kind of, the soft, and in the new era of football, especially the NFL now, man, it's a different type of football. It's not like we was coming up, Jay. You get cussed out by the coach. We used to get paddled and everything. You know what I'm saying?
NBA same way, bro.
Yeah.
NBA like, same way. They just they softer these days, bro. All the players.
Yeah, they so soft. Everybody's just so fragile now. But he said that it was breaking them the way that he was treating them or whatever, and he wanted to be coddled. And nowadays the NFL is more like business than it's like sports. It's more like, especially when it comes to that quarterback room, offensive coordinators, it's more cerebral now than in the past. So I think the two and Mike McDaniel work together perfectly. They're freewheeling guys. You see, Mike McDaniel looks like a Miami Coke dealer now. You see how he look now. That boy from out there where you from, man. He out there
Yeah.
from Colorado, so he out there playing a little bit in Miami.
Yeah, he is.
He out there playing. I'm like, look at this dude, man. But he knows his stuff on football, so we'll see how they start. I would lean Miami in this game just because I like their team better. Their defense is healthy this year. They got a really good defense that's, like most teams with great offenses overlooked. Jacksonville is solid. I'm a big fan of Doug Peterson. I think he's one of the better coaches in the NFL. But I haven't crunched the numbers on how these guys start, week one. But just off the dome looking, I would lean probably the over and probably Miami. What's the over? Probably 48 or something on this
49. Yeah, total sitting at 49. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty high, but they both can get there because they both can move the ball. It'll be a nice sunny day in Florida.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see when Trevor Lawrence is going to take that next step, man. I feel like the Jags at some point they got to break out, man. But this could be the game, but we'll see what happens. I'm keeping my eye on them Jags. I think it's gonna be some spots this year. We could make some money with them Jags, man. I think it's their time to take the next step, my guy.
Yeah, a lot of people like the Jags. I saw what's my guy from NFL? It's a guy from NFL Network, Schrager. Schrager always picks the Super Bowl because he got the inside information. He picked the right Super Bowl contestants like the last 5 years.
Well, he picked this year.
I don't know. I got to go see who he picked this year, but he hits it every year. I'm going to go see who he looked. But I saw something he was saying with his playoff picks. He picked that the Jags would actually go to the playoffs and win the AFC South over the Texans. So a lot of people agree with you on that.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, like I said, I don't know a lot about the football. I don't know if I want to go up against them versus the Texans, but I do think the Jags going to be a little bit more improved this year. Definitely going to be some spots where I'm going to be taking the Jags for sure. Obviously, it's week one. It's a lot of unknowns, but I'm staying off this game. But I think it's going to be some spots this year where them boys might start to gel, man. Let's go to ATL real quick. Falcons laying 3 at the house versus them Steelo in this one. Russell Wilson, I mean, he looking – I mean, sometimes you can get with a coach and they kind of, you know what I'm saying? You see some resurgence, but I think Justin Fields might be starting after a while. What you think about what you think about laying the 3 with the Falcons? I feel like that might be the spot here.
Yeah, I like your spot there. I like the Falcons, man. The Falcons gonna be a good team. Kirk Cousins gonna throw that thing. You know that. They on that turf inside the dome. Bijan Robinson, I just picked him up on fantasy, so I need him to have a big season, maybe. Maybe this coach would give him the ball because he wasn't getting the ball at all from Arthur Smith last year. So I think that he's a big-time weapon. I think he's like Marshall Faulk. And if they use him correctly, you're going to get those type of numbers. You got, the kid from USC on the outside for them, London Drake. He can ball. He's really, a good player. And then look at that defense they have. They have a defensive-minded head coach, and they got the 2 best safeties in the league playing together. So I think Atlanta blows out Pittsburgh by more than a touchdown. So I'll probably be playing that game.
Okay, yeah, I know I lean to the Falcons, and it seemed like all they needed was a quarterback. We'll see if Cousins healthy enough to get them boys the ball over there, man. Because we know they got the running down, they got the defense. They just needed that quarterback, man. So we'll see what's going on with that one, man. Let's go over here to the fields of New York in this one, man. Giants getting a point and a half versus the Vikings. I feel like the Vikings might be one of the worst teams this year, man. I know they got some pieces over there, but I know they got Justin Jefferson, baller, probably one of the best receivers in the league, but I feel like the Vikings might get like 4 or 5 wins this year, bro. Like I said, I ain't an NFL expert, but I don't think the Vikings going to be that good this year. What do you think about this? Kind of like a trash game, but somebody got to win. Any thoughts on this game?
I would lean the Giants, but the best play probably on this game is Justin Jefferson over on whatever his yards receiving is, whatever his catches is, because, I mean, what do they have besides that? And Sam Darnold's going to be afraid to throw it away from him because he's going to tell him in the locker room he better throw it to him. So I think that you ride Justin Jefferson on this, and as you know, the other star receiver is out. He got injured in
Addison? Is he out?
Addison. Addison got hurt, and he already was dealing with that DWI, so he needed to have this little season off to get his mind together probably anyway. But Justin Jefferson, they're going to feed him, and they have a coach smart enough over there in O'Connell, who will figure out a way to get him some open looks, probably, stack him a couple times. That's the only way I look at this game, because the numbers are saying take the Giants, but man, I cannot bet Daniel food stamps, man. I'm not betting on him. He's
He
Daniel. He's
trash.
Daddy Dimes to me. He's Daniel food stamps. That's what I call him, because he's not good, man.
He was even trash in the preseason, bro. That's
Bro,
what's
we
eye
picked
opening.
the
Like,
Texans picked that boy about 3 times. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? A pick 6 on him. He ain't ready, man.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Man, I want to take the Giants here just because I'm not a believer in the Vikings, but like I say, as soon as Daniel Jones get the ball, he start throwing them picks. I know I'd be pissed off, but I do lean to the Giants. I don't think Sam Darnold should be laying points on the road, man. I really think it's that simple. But like you said, could be a just great bet just to take Justin Jefferson, and they did get that defensive coordinator over there as well, man. What's the black guy's name?
That's the one that he slipped my mind right now. I'll look
Brian. It's Brian. Brian Flores.
Brian Flores.
Yeah, Flores. Yeah. He a pretty good defensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's actually who I was talking about with Tua too. He the one that was giving Tua hell. Yeah, he was on Tua back.
Man, I lean the Giants, but I don't think I could be trusting Daniel Jones. But Giants are nothing for me. I'm not laying points with the Vikings. But it is one of their first winnable games, because if they don't win this one, they might start the season like 0-6, man, to be honest with you. So definitely gonna be a tough game.
I do like Brian Daboll, and I think that Daboll has a long-term plan for them. I think that was the front office. The Giants are old school ran, man. They still got the same family running them from way back when they first began in the 1900s. And they're old school, and they have an approach when it comes to quarterback. And their approach with quarterback, as you see, I ain't trying to be racist because I got love for everybody, but the Giants, whenever they ever had a black quarterback.
Yeah.
They only have
who was it? What's Cuz's name? Tyrod Taylor.
Though.
He wasn't start. Yeah, they had to get hurt.
Yeah,
some pieces had to get hurt for him to play.
My point is, now I think they're going to kind of go and change things a little bit after their mistake with Daniel food stamps, because what happened is this. Their owner sees him, and when he sees Daniel Jones, he thinks he's the next Eli Manning. He looks like a little bit like him, got the same measurables. So he's thinking like, okay, Eli struggled at the beginning of his career, then in the middle of maybe third, fourth year, he popped. He thinks that Daniel Jones is going to do it. And he might be right. I mean, that family has been watching football and running a good organization long. I've been alive, so he might know what he's talking about. But in my opinion, so far, what I've seen, I just don't see it in Daniel Jones. I don't think he's cerebral enough. I think he's a guy that sees things really slow on the field, and to be a good quarterback, man, you got to be able to anticipate.
Facts. No, that's a fact there, man. We'll see what happens in that first one, man. Let's go over here to Bengals versus Patriots in this one, my brother. What do you think about this one? Bengals usually struggle to start the season, but the Patriots are expected to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. But the line's coming down. But it's probably because of Jamar Chase, right? It's probably because Chase, like, I ain't playing. You ain't paying me? I ain't
right.
Any thoughts on this game, my brother?
And Mike Brown has a history. We talking about owners. The Bengals ownership has a real history of being cheap. That's what they known for. They were showing on XJ. The boys would walk across the street in cleats. Had me thinking about when I was in high school, coming from the field house, going to the practice field. I like, this is a damn shame. This is an NFL team with all these millions.
Yeah.
And they have to walk across the street to go to practice. What the hell is going on in Cincinnati? So I don't know, man. If it wasn't for Burrow, Chase would probably be asking for a trade. But him and Burrow so cool. Burrow's from that area. He's from Ohio, so he probably, tell them like, hey man, stay down with me. I'm your boy. They really close. So I think they pay him, but I don't know what's taking them so long. All the other receivers got paid. And they're saying it's because he has 2 years left on his contract. Everybody else has 1, but he's worth the money. You know that. So just pay him. Just pay him, because if you wait, the market's going to go higher. You're going to have to pay him more next year. You should go on and pay him right now. But if they pay Jamar Chase and he plays, I like the Bengals first half probably on this game. That's what I would lean. I just think the Patriots are going to struggle offensively. And I probably would like the first half under, because the Bengals have a really underrated defense. I've always been a fan of Anamarunu. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, Rick Anamarunu. That's the defensive coordinator for Cincinnati. He knows what he's doing, man. He has those guys ready to play every week, comes in with a really great game plan. So I definitely would like the Bengals and Patriots to go under the first half. That'd probably be my strongest bet on that game, because the Patriots will have a little defense, but I don't think they're going to put up any points. And their new head coach Rod Mayo is strictly about defense. He's a
Facts.
Belichick guy, so I think that they stay close with the defense, but I don't think they can put many points up.
Yeah, it could be a Patriots team total under spot as well, where like them boys just might not be able to they might put up 14 points or something for the whole game, man. So
Yeah,
could be a nice little pay if they
I
even
like
get a
that team
touchdown.
total under on the
Yeah, for
Patriots.
the Patriots,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that.
It
I
make a
like
lot of
that.
sense.
You and Ski on those team totals because last week he was on it, man. With I was talking about the Texas game, and when we spoke about that maybe going
Yeah,
over, and he had a great angle, just like because y'all do that basketball. So in football, I
yeah,
don't even think about team totals like
yeah.
that. But that's a great uh point
Well, he
right there.
had Texas team total
He
over.
picked the Texas team total over after I gave him the information, and you're
That makes
right too.
sense.
Also on the Cincinnati game with the Patriots team total under, I like that, Jay. That's a good play.
Yeah, it make a lot of sense, bro. It make a
Yeah.
ton of sense. Let's go over here to New Orleans real quick. Saints laying 4 versus the Panthers, bro. A lot of the people that I follow, like the sharps or the professionals that work for Action Network, they like the Panthers. Like they bet them over the 4.5 wins. It's up to 5.5 now. So they smashed it. They some big fans of the Panthers this year, liking the pieces, the coaches that they got over there. They think Bryce Young gonna do a lot better this year, even though he's short as hell. What do you think about this game? You think they might surprise the Saints here in this first game?
No.
No.
I'm a Saints fan, so when I talk to you about the Saints, it might be a little heart involved too. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna try my best to not be biased on it. One thing about the Saints, I can tell you this: they're the best team opening the year out of every team in the NFL. I think they got the longest streak, maybe 5 straight years of winning the first game of the season. So I don't know if I lay the points, but I'll definitely take the money line. I really like Bryce. I think that he's going to be a good quarterback for Carolina. The only problem is his size, man. No
Yeah.
matter, we can't overcome size. Like you could
Facts.
do a good job, of making plays when you can, but sooner or later during that game, especially with a smart defense like the Saints have with all those veterans over there, you're going to block some of his passes. You're going to script him and make him fumble because he's small, man. Like, there's no way getting around it. This dude is like the size of my 10-year-old. Seriously. Like my 10-year-old, like 5'7". So he really is about his height, man. So, that's the only thing. We know Bryce could throw that ball, man. He could play. It's just that his size is going to always be a problem. And going into that dome with a brand new coach, we don't know what kind of coach Carolina has. We've never seen him as a head coach. So, this one is kind of up for grabs as far as in the line against the spread. But I do think the Saints win the game. The Saints are going to have a decent year. But the problem with the Saints organization is Derek Carr. I don't know what they got Derek Carr, man. That was just they got everything except a quarterback. And that's why Alvin Kamara and those guys are really ready to move around. Michael Thompson, all them dudes, they ready to dip, man, because nobody likes Derek Carr. They might like him as a human in the locker room, but they don't like playing with him because he's a crybaby, man. He's always one of those guys that talks all this good stuff and rah-rah and then gets out there and is complete ass because he's scared. Like if you're scared, bro, you cannot play sports, especially quarterback. So ever since he got injured, he was good his rookie year with the Raiders, and he had heart, and then he got hurt. After that, he's just been stealing money, man. He's not trying to, take any punishment. Soon as they get off of him with the Saints and put Spencer Rattler as the quarterback, they're going to take off. Because just like how the Texans are with C.J. Stroud, they have a quarterback on a rookie deal and an even cheaper rookie deal because Spencer Rattler is a 5th-round pick. He could be the starting quarterback right now. He's better than Derek Carr right now. He has more heart than Derek Carr right now. It's just when are the Saints going to turn the page and put him in the game? When they turn the page and put him in the game, hopefully for fans like me of the Saints, they'll have another year window, 2-year window where that defense is still young enough to compete and be good because Lattimore and Cam and all those dudes are getting on the back ends of their career, man. They got like 28, 29. So their window is closing fast. Hopefully Mickey Loomis, who's the GM, is smart enough to go ahead and those Spencer Rattler in, man, give him a chance. Trade Derek Carr. Somebody will bite, put him out there. Somebody will bite. Get a 3rd rounder for him, 4th rounder for him.
He say anybody but him. Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel that.
But as far as this game, I like the Saints money line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they liking the Panthers for this year. That doesn't mean that for game one that they're gonna win, but just in general, they're expecting the Panthers to be a little bit better, a lot better than they were last year as well, man. So
Yeah.
that's what they like it, man. But just a few more games here, man. We'll go over here to Chicago, talk about my guy over here, number one pick, Caleb Williams here. What you know that stat, shit. I don't think number one rookie quarterback has won in the last 20 years in their first game. They're laying 3.5 at the house. Versus the Titans in this one. Obviously the Bears ended last season really well. Do you think they keep that momentum going into this first game of the season?
The advantage that Caleb Williams does have in this game is the fact that he's also playing pretty much a first-year start on the other side.
Facts.
You know, like on the other side of the ball, Will Levis doesn't have a lot of snaps. He's promising, but what I like most about, the Chicago team is their defense. Their defense is underrated. Them boys can play, and they have a really good coach. Their head coach is really a defensive-minded guy, and Eberflus. He came over from the Colts. He had the Colts playing lockdown defense, and now he got the Bears staying in a lot of games when they didn't really have the offense, So,
that's a fact.
Yeah, so now, man, what I'm thinking that on this game is I think the Bears take off on them. I don't really like Tennessee like that, man,
Me
especially on the
neither,
road.
bro.
Now, if this game was at home, first game of the year, crowd with you, momentum, and then you got D-Hop out. That's that veteran receiver that he needed. I don't know. Is Hopkins playing? I think he's
Man,
out,
I
right?
think he's like still question, bro. What's up with my guy, man? My guy
He
he
ready
been
to
fucked
go,
up for
man.
a
He
while.
don't want
Yeah,
to be over there
he
with that foolishness. You know
yeah.
that. He was over
He
there
kind of
because
like
the
Michael.
previous head coach. The previous head
Yeah,
coach was, close with him from playing with the Texans. D-Hop
facts.
trying to get over there with Houston. That's what Nuke
Yeah,
trying to get. He trying because he's still living age. He trying to get back to Houston, bro.
that
You
makes
know,
sense. I'd
yeah,
rather
but
play with them than the Titans. Shit, I'll tell you that
come
right
on,
now.
man. He took the money, like I say, because the head coach in them was real cool, but now they done fired Vrabel. So what's the point of being there? We'll see how he gets along with the new coach. I think it was his name Callahan, right? That's the coach for Tennessee, I think. Used to be the coordinator for Indianapolis, I believe.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
was it? Yeah, I think
I don't even
Indianapolis.
know, bro. To be honest, I
Yeah,
know
yeah, I
all
think
the
it was.
sharps are on the Titans in this game, and some people really just pretty much just blindly fading the number one pick in the first game. But I don't know. I don't agree with the sharps in this one, man. The Titans.
Me
I don't. Yeah, it's Bears or nothing for me. And I think that momentum from last year, even with Justin Fields, see what I'm saying, coming in, I think them boys might. I think they might keep that shit going. And like you said, I'm not trusting the Titans on the road, man. They gotta. They
Nah, if it
gotta.
was at home, it'd be the other way. But Caleb Williams, he should do pretty good this game. I think he puts on the show off of improvisation and off athleticism. He probably doesn't run a lot of plays from the pocket that look all clean and stuff because he's still getting used to it, playing quarterback. But he'll make enough plays by escaping and making some plays, just, ad-libbing. And that'll be enough with that defense, I think, against Levis. I don't think Will Levis is going to be too successful against that Bears defense. I think Eberflus will have something drawn up for him. I actually lean toward the Bears on this game.
Yeah, I'm right there
And I
with you
took
on
the
that.
under. One of my biggest bets was them going under 9.5 wins. So I'd love for
Yeah,
them to lose, but
yeah.
I don't think they are. Yeah.
Now it's probably not to the Titans week one. Now I feel that.
Yeah.
Let's go over here to the Bills. Bills land 6.5 versus the Cardinals. Obviously, Cardinals supposed to be a little bit improved this year. Any thoughts on this game?
My thoughts on this one is Buffalo really had a quiet offseason, so watch it. If Keon Coleman can become who he was at Florida State, we know he has the size, we know he has the attitude, we know he has the talent. Then they're going to be okay because we know Josh Allen can play. Like, stop it. I'm one of the first guys that was on Josh Allen. I'm going to say maybe 2016 or so, 2015, I was on X on my old account that I used to have. My betting account when you first started following me that they closed. So I saw Josh Allen. I'm betting 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock night game on a Friday at Wyoming. It's like the fourth quarter. This boy made a play so cold. Like he ran through like the whole defense, man. Like I'm talking about the whole defense, stiff arm them spinning. I was like, man, who is this white boy? Like this boy cold, right? So I see him, but I'm like, I go do a little research on him during the game. Like, oh, he's 6'5".
Yeah,
Then the next
big
play
dude.
to win the game, he wins that game. I think they were playing Fresno State. He wins the game, man. The guy is on his back. He throws the guy off his back and throws like a 60-yard dime in the corner of the end zone. 60 yards I'm talking about Not that much air
Swift.
under it. Right in the
Yeah.
corner of the end zone. Receiver, big tight end grabs it, touchdown, they win the game. I saw this boy going. And I
Yeah.
started tweeting about him. I'm like, if y'all haven't seen Josh Allen in Wyoming, you better go check him out. So I wasn't surprised at all when they took him early and everybody was like, oh, this guy's going to be a buzz. Why did they take him? He didn't play enough competition in Wyoming. That's BS, man. I've been watching Josh Allen a long time. What I can tell you about him, he got heart.
Yeah.
Josh
That's a
Allen got a
fact.
bunch of heart, bro. He's the white Cam Newton. I'm telling you, that boy got heart. So be careful fading Josh Allen this year. Because just because Diggs is gone, don't think that he's not going to still put up points. He's going to put up some points because he's not afraid to tuck and he can make every throw. We'll see how the defense continues. They lost a couple pieces over there, man, on defense. What really troubles me is them losing their linebacker. You know, like
Milano, right?
Milano was the brains that whole defense, and they lost the safety too. You know, the safety just went to Atlanta. So now, and McDermott, that's what he does. He keeps their games close with defense. So this is just a big number against Kyler Murray. I'm a big Kyler Murray guy. You know, we both grew up in Texas, so we know about the legend of Kyler Murray for years. We've been listening to, people talk about how good this little kid was, but he's one of those guys who he's small like Bryce is, but for some reason he knows how to work around it, man. I think it's
he got that speed.
And he's strong, man. He got different type of speed than him. He got like Sanders type of speed. That boy like Barry Sanders at quarterback. He got those type of shakes and moves. And like I say, Bryce, he doesn't really have that type of explosion and burst. It looked good in college with his little scrambling around, but they walking him down in the NFL, but they can't walk down Murray like that. He's a special athlete. So I'll be careful with that just because I know he'll backdoor and cover that, man. He's the type of quarterback
that's a tough one.
And backdoor and cover. If Buffalo covers, they're gonna have to blow him out early where he just get pissed off and he mad. If he mad, then he ain't gonna do nothing. But if he stay in the game, they're gonna keep it close because they have a good coach over there as well, man. He knows what he's doing as well. So this one is a stay away from me. I'll just enjoy to watch it. But as I said, it's more to me about the quarterbacks on both sides of the field. It's gonna be a very entertaining game.
Got you. That makes sense to me. We'll go through a few more, man.
Okay.
Texans Colts. This line that moved up. This shit was like at -1.5. It's up to 2.5, pushing 3 now. For the Texans in this one. What do you think? The Colts. Some people liking the Colts to be improved this year as well. They are at the house, the home underdog. But you expect. I know you're a little biased for the Texans here, but you expect them to take, even though they made a leap last year, you expect them to take even larger leap this year. What do you think about this game?
Well, if the chat was watching, and I know you got a lot of loyal guys who watch you every time you post your pod. Remember the first time we came on here talking football, we gave out Texans way back then at -120 money line. So we should be sitting with some nice tickets in our pocket in the chat, right? But y'all send some of them likes up for my boy, man. Put them likes, y'all like the show, man. We in here for you guys, man. Like that show for my guy Jay Money. Man, man, the Texans, they just a better team, bro. I'm not buying all that. I think the book, what they trying to do, you know how they do with the media, bro. They use the media, the sports betting media, in order to influence bettors' minds. We know that because we've been in this so long. All you done heard this week is how much money on the Texans. That's all I heard everywhere because they need some coach money. They need some people who think they all smart and can outsmart the books to go load up a bunch of money and put it on the coach, hoping that, they beat the public. It's times when it's a public game and it makes a difference. Like, for instance, the Kansas City game tonight. We know that Mahomes is a company man, regardless if you want to understand it. Now, if you watch sports and bet sports, you understand what I'm talking about. He's a company man. When they let him loose, he's going to clown. Tonight, they're going to let him loose. Now, this game right here, Houston, D'Amico, CJ, they don't care about none of that. They just coming to play football, man. And that's the problem.
Coming to win.
Yeah, they coming to win, bro. They not thinking about what you bet on this game or none of that stuff like that. They haven't reached that echelon yet to be considered like that. Now, if they win enough games to start making noise, they'll get that call and have to do what they supposed to do too. But right now, they just going to try to make their wave, make their name as a team, bro. And they're just better than the coach. Anthony Richardson just isn't good as C.J. Stroud. And the way that D'Amico Ryan's coaches, he's going to confuse the hell out of Anthony Richardson, man. He's going to have to tuck the ball and run him because if he drops back, he might throw 4 interceptions. I'm telling you. He's going to confuse him. Anthony Richardson still doesn't see the field well. It really did him a disservice by getting injured how early he did last year because he didn't get the snaps he needed. So he's basically still a rookie, man. and you can't get out there just doing it off of athleticism alone, man. So I think that the Texans win this game, and I think they cover the 3 points.
Okay, I'm not gonna talk you off either. I lean the Texans as well, my guy. All right, we'll talk about one more, and then we'll get to a few college plays once we end the show. Chargers land 3 versus the Raiders in this one, man. Obviously Herbert got plantar fasciitis, and I think that might come to mess with him longer in the season. But to start this game, we know Harbaugh usually start this. They got a new coach. They finally got rid of the bonehead over there. I think Herbert too good, man, for the Chargers to be like the mediocre, especially with what they have 5-6 wins last year. I think Herbert too good for them to be mediocre. Obviously, he had got hurt or whatever, but I think it's time for the Chargers to start balling out finally with a new coach. It might not start early, but I think the Chargers going to be a step up this year, man. But more than that, the Raiders, man. I mean, these boys got Minshew at the quarterback. He a journeyman, and he can, and you know what I'm saying? Maybe he can come in, back up, and ball. But as a starting quarterback, come on, man. I like the coach. I like what he did with them last year, but I think that they were kind of forced to hire him. I think the Raiders might be one of the bottom 4 teams in the league this year. You got division double revenge spot from last year. I think the Chargers come in. I think they come to play in this one, man. I know that they lost a lot of their offensive weapons. When you got a quarterback like Herbert, he make the receivers. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Steph Curry out there. Like when he just make everybody better. When you have a good enough quarterback, you just need somebody out there to go out there and catch, man. I think the Chargers, I actually think they're gonna smack the Raiders up in this one, bro. What you think in this game, my brother? You the expert here.
I think that you're right on this game, and the reason why is because I think the Raiders are playing long term. Antoine Pierce kind of like Brian Daboll. If the Giants, I think he's like, I'm gonna just I think more Antoine Pierce and his GM are working together. Like, we got eyes on Shedeur Sanders for the Raiders. That's gonna be huge. We get him over here, or we get Carson Beck. It's gonna be huge. So the Raiders is a big time franchise. Everybody love the Raiders, no matter whether they're good or bad. And now that they moved to Vegas, it kind of just, did a rebrand where they're back hot. So everybody likes the Raiders, even though they're going to not be that good this year. We know that it's one of those organizations that kids want to play for, right, coming out. So I think they're playing for the long term. And I think with the Giants, Daboll is more like, okay, owner, you gave this kid this money. Well, I'm gonna just let him play and show you that he's not good, right? And then I'll get my quarterback. I got my eyes on next year. And that's what they're gonna do. But I think the Giants and the Raiders will be the 2 teams really hunting for some big time quarterbacks in this next draft. The
Vikings
Raiders,
too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And the Raiders, I don't understand, except them trying to lose, why would they play Gardner Minshew? Because Aiden O'Connell goes better with what they're trying to lose, because Aiden O'Connell goes better with what they're trying to do with being a team that's now more centered around the defense. Max Crosby might be the best defensive player in the whole league. He's a superstar. My homeboy Jack Jones that plays cornerback for them, he's a baller. He might be all pro this year. They got real defense over there with the Raiders. And Antonio Pierce really knows how to call great defensive plays. He's a really good schematic guy on defense. So the Raiders are going to be in a lot of games this year because of defense. But what's going to hurt them, Gardner Minshew, he's freewheeling. He's going to turn the ball over, man. You know that. It's coming. And I expect that to happen with this Chargers game. I think that the Chargers get on their head. I think that, Jim Harbaugh has those guys really prepared to play. I think that defensive line for the Chargers get after Minshew and make them turn the ball over. So I would definitely lean the Chargers on this one. Chargers have a huge revenge factor on this one because the last time these guys
they
got smoked 63-21.
Good
Lord. Last time that they played. And when you seen the Raiders put up 63 against anyone, and Devontae Adams was talking crazy again to them this week, because they had posted something about him with a Pop-Tart or something. But I look at Devontae Adams maybe too, like I with Justin Jefferson, where he still might eat. He still might figure out a way to get his. Another one to look at too is that rookie that they got, the tight end out of Georgia.
Bowers.
Watch for that kid too. Yeah. Look for.
I think he's questionable. He probably gonna play, but I think he's a little banged up already.
They're gonna use him some, so I think that he scores a touchdown. I'd be on him to score a touchdown. Brock Bowers. I think that Brock Bowers gets a touchdown this game, so I'd lean toward that. Devontae Adams with whatever his over is on his yards, I'd lean that as well. But for the game, I like the Chargers a lot in this one. I think Harbaugh is gonna have them ready.
Yeah, I love the revenge angle, bro. Like you
Yeah,
got smoked by them last year. Now it's time for some payback. You see what I'm saying? I know they
yeah,
don't
with a
have really
brand
no
new
home
coach.
court. No home court. If they don't have the home field advantage, but I just think this is a Charger spot, man, through and through, man.
Nah,
So
they won't, because it's gonna be just as many Raiders fans in there as
fact, yeah,
Chargers
no,
fans.
that's a fact. Yeah,
Chargers
Chargers
got to
don't
move
have.
back to San Diego,
Yeah,
man.
they
I
got to
don't
do
know what
something,
they
bro.
doing, man. Why they
They got
want
to
to
do
move back to
something.
San Diego, man? They love them people in San Diego, man. Stop.
Why they move in the first place?
Money. You
You
know what
feel me?
happens.
Yeah,
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 Spanos wanted that check, man, but that whole stadium is still it's owned by the Rams owner, and it's a Rams stadium. It's really the Rams
facts.
team. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a
Yeah.
fact. Yeah, I like the Chargers there. All right, my brother, let's get out of here. So I know you like a couple of college plays that you want to get to people, man. So let us know, my brother, what you like. You if you want, you can start with the game for tonight, or you can start with the floor is yours, my brother. Whatever you want to do.
All right, you guys know I told you I'm all over KC. You got that one. For tomorrow night, we got some college football. You guys know I love betting these collegiates. Let's start with Duke plus 2.5. I like Duke plus 2.5. You could buy half a point, take it up to 3 at minus 120. Manny Diaz, he's a really good defensive coordinator. He's not a head coach for Duke. This game is going to boil down to the quarterbacks because both of these teams are going to struggle to run the ball on each other's defense. I just like Malik Murphy, kid out of Inglewood. You know, my family, I got a lot of families from Inglewood. What's up to all my people went to Morningside, you know, Montrez Gords and all those guys, Dexter Walker, all my real family. Malik Murphy's from that area, man. He went to Texas and he transferred, of course, because they got Quinn Ewers there and Baby Manning. So he wasn't
Facts.
going to get any run, but he's cold. He's 6'5", you know what I'm saying? He run like a 4.5, and he got a big-time arm. He struggled in the first half last week. But he does have a nice connection going with the receiver over there, that their number one receiver. I think they'll be able to move the ball a bit more than Mike Wright. Mike Wright, he's a graduate transfer. He went to Vanderbilt, so he went from one trash program at Vanderbilt to another trash program at Northwestern. I think he's going to struggle. He isn't a high percentage pass. He tries to scramble a little bit, but it's not so special with his running ability where I say he could take over the game with his legs, man. So last week, Northwestern only scored 3 points against Miami, Ohio from the MAC division. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of Miami, Ohio. I like their head coach a lot, but they're not that good enough where they should be
Right.
holding a Big Ten team to 13 points, 3 points in the first half. So I think they're going to really struggle with Manny Diaz's defense at Duke because they got some speedsters that can fly around and some really good linebackers. I think that they edge them. I think Duke just scores enough to get by. I like the under on this one too. It's super low for college. 37.5 is an
Damn.
NFL number, you know.
Shit.
So they're telling you it's going to be, you know, real sparse with the scoring. I lean that way, but I'm not a totals guy, so I probably won't be playing it, but I do lean that way. But give me Duke plus 3, buying half point Duke money line plus 120, I believe it is.
I like that. I like that, my brother. So you liking one more time. So you like KC first half, you like them full game, and then we like in Duke plus a 3 and a little sprinkle on that money line as
Spread
well,
on the
right?
money line. When we do the money line, guys, in the spread, always remember you want to make it where you make a profit. So if we put 2 units on the spread, make sure you put 1 unit on the money line. That way, regardless of what, you make your profits. You don't want to be greedy
Facts.
because greed is how they keep the lights on in Vegas, man.
That's a
And the
fact
last
right
one,
there.
we're gonna be contrarian. We talking about the public. We're going with Sharon Moore and the Michigan Wolverines plus 7.5. I know last week it looked like Michigan barely was making it. Like they struggle, they look weak, they quarterback position sucks. And then you looked at Texas and they was looking like a brand new, you know, Lamborghini Urus, you know, turning around the
Facts.
corner, burnt orange Urus coming down the street because they was running through everything looking good, man. But they were playing Colorado State and they were at home. They're going to the Big House. The Big House is one of the toughest places to play in the country. And you best believe that Michigan is going to be getting all the flags. They're not going to be giving Texas any calls. So all that stuff that was going on last week is going to slow down completely. I lean toward the under on this game as well. Michigan defense is outstanding. Michigan defense is always outstanding. And I think that they're not going to just let Texas come run through them like Swiss cheese like they did Colorado State. Pick
Yeah.
it up a little bit different. Don't get me wrong, Texas, in my opinion, might be the best, you know, team in the country. I just think you can't lay 8 points on the road against the national champions. They got to have some pride. Sharon Moore's coached a lot of big games. Remember, Harbaugh was gone the whole year last year.
Mm-hmm.
And, he beat Ohio State. He beat Iowa. He beat a lot of good teams. I'm not saying that they win, but I think that he figures out something with that offense enough to keep it close. I just can't see Michigan letting Texas come in there and blow them out. So give me Michigan plus 7.5.
My guy like Michigan plus 7.5. Let me bring him back in here real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you in there. You in there. Michigan plus 7.5, right? And it's crazy because Texas opened at -6. If Texas end up winning by 7, that'll be crazy right there. Because literally the line opened up at 6, money started coming in up to 7.5 now. And like you say, all Michigan got to do is stay within that touchdown. Probably mess around, lose by 3 points or something like that. Where they cover but still lose. I can see that scenario for sure. I can see that.
Because we betting on program, Jay. Remember we spoke about that before. I'm all about tradition when it comes to betting college. That's the main thing. It's so many teams to cover. My thing is always trying to find out about the coaches, the quarterbacks, and also what is this team's history in their conference when I'm betting, especially when conference season start. Do they dominate this other team that they play? Texas has beaten Michigan the one time that they played against each other. So Texas is, they have the up on the head-to-head 0-1, their way, 1-0. But end of the day, I just think that Michigan is a proud team. Their defense is so outstanding. I think that they can keep them in the game. I don't think that they're going to let Quinn Ewers do what he wants out there. Quinn Ewers is a great quarterback, but all quarterbacks are the same when it comes to pressure. If you put pressure on them and they're not just a absolutely great runner, outstanding athletic type of quarterback, when that pressure comes, man, they can't do anything but fold up. And now after they're getting hit so many times, now they're thinking. And when they start thinking, there's the problem. Michigan has really excelled over the years with blitz packages. And you can believe that their defensive coordinator is probably in touch with Mike McDonald this week. He's an ex-pro coach himself, a really good defensive coordinator for Michigan. He just was the defensive coordinator for the Giants. He was the defensive coordinator for the Ravens when they were on top. He really knows what he's doing. I'm talking about Wink Martindale. So Wink Martindale is going to have them boys ready to play. And he's used to seeing receivers like Texas has in the NFL. He'll come up with ways to slow them down. And remember, Michigan has the best cornerback in the country in Will Johnson.
Okay, got you, man. My guy liking Michigan. He like a Michigan plus 7.5, Duke plus a 3 with a little sprinkle on the money line. And then for tonight's game for the NFL, he taking the Chiefs first half and the full game, and way back, like I believe a week ago or 2 weeks ago, he also gave out Texans on the money line when they were at -120, man. So let's get some cash, man. That's the show today, man. We've been on here 52 minutes. We went through basically every single NFL game except for like the last 4. We went through all the good ones, man. So gave out a lot of great info, man. Shout out to my guy. Make sure y'all go and follow him on Twitter right now. You see what I'm saying? At 5-star in Vegas, right? What is it?
Yep. Spell out the 5.
Yeah. Spell out that 5.
Yep. Spell out the 5.
Yeah, y'all go follow him on Twitter right now, X, whatever you want to call it, at 5-star in Vegas, man. He has his own show as well, The Wagering World. I believe they went live yesterday as well. So if you want some early picks, check them out. I believe you're doing that every Wednesday, right?
Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Jay.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah, we record. Man, I got so much stuff going on. You know that too. Just yourself that. But they don't understand. That's why it's important to hit that like button, man. This is our time that we give you guys. We live in life just like you are. We got stuff going on, man. This takes time to make sure that we do the right type of, studying, the right type of research, get the right type of data for you guys when we speak it to you, because we don't want to send you guys to the window, but to win, man. It's us versus the scene. It's us against the bookies over here, man. So we trying to win everything that we give out. So you guys hit that like button. I'm on the Wagering World Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Me, myself, my co-host, Orsino, Royale, and Spread a Stare. When you come on the show on Monday, we'll have a place for Tuesday. That way you don't miss them. On Wednesday, we had a place for Thursday and Friday. Friday, we had a weekend. That way you don't miss anything. We get up the show about 5 that evening on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So check it out on YouTube and follow me on X at 5-star in Vegas. I give out a lot of free plays during the week.
Yeah, go check him out, man. He be giving out live plays as well, man. So if you like betting football, go check my guy out. Go follow him right now at 5-star in Vegas. Y'all know also go check out the Action Network app as well, man. It's all free. They got tons of experts over there as well. NFL is back. My guy Chris Raybon, my guy Sean Kerner, Simon Hunter, man, Chad Millman. They got some big dogs over there as well. Go download the Action Network app. I'm pretty sure everybody has already, but go check that out as well, man. We're trying to go crazy this NFL season and college football as as well. Go check out my guy Michael Calabrese as well. Calabrese is that guy with college football as well, man. So is my guy 5-star as well, man. So we appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's us against the bookies. Let's get this cash. We will win. We out, my guys. We see y'all next week. Let's go.